Fun. I think we're live. We live, everyone. Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new stream. And that is right, we are live on October 31st, 2024, aka Halloween. I hope everyone's had a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you are in the world. I'm certain to have a great day myself. And of course, we are joined by the usual suspects. Real Texan Politics, Mr. Aliens, and Mr. Small Village Polling. Welcome back, everybody.
Soon to be Dr. Phil polling, but we're small village for a bit. Speaking of that, go check out our final national poll, Harris +7. Put in all the work.
And people are gonna fall for it. There's be some assholes that fall for it.
Oh, sure.
Real text, your mic's gonna die. Sad.
Yeah, you got Rap. Before we stream, you got to put this because I also pulled the generic ballot, and we're doing the house predictions.
That's
so you
true.
got to.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't dying. It was my car. It was my car beeping.
Yeah, D+8.
Yeah, it's in general. We got to.
I saw
Yeah, I
that.
got it. It's
Yeah, we got to pull this through.
It's beautiful. But yeah, everyone, we got to get into it, into the final house prediction. Yeah, we are finally to the final official predictions. And today we're doing the House, tomorrow we're doing the Senate, and Monday we'll be doing the President. There's a lot to get to, but before we get into it, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, best way is sending super chats via the chat. And again, I'll try to read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chat's best way to get your questions answered. Already we got 2, Glitch Eevee for 2. Everyone get your lazy ass out and vote. I agree. Get out and vote. Vote in person.
Harry, get your ass off the couch. You're voted for Trump.
Yep, get out and vote. Joshua 450 for 2. Thoughts of the female early vote. I would say it's more of like,
It's literally down from 2020, guys.
What I
You
think
guys gotta
Charlie
stop
Kirk's
dooming.
doing, what I think he's doing, he's just trying to encourage people to vote. That's what I think he's doing. So,
Yeah, it's better than what MTG's doing.
yeah, MTG is saying, do not vote, there's a conspiracy out there. Just shut up. What Charlie Kirk is doing is smart. Just say, hey, we can win this election, but we gotta get men out to vote, which they will on election day. That's just a fact. Men are more likely to vote on election day anyways. So, Bailey Spangler for 5, voted for Trump in Florida today, also voted no on amendments 3 and 4, got my whole family to do the same. W's in chat for Bailey Spangler. Camera Full God for 2, what odds would he give Trump to win? I would say 65-70% right now. Maybe
That
I'd
sounds
say
about right.
probably like 51.
really. Jeremy G for 2.
Dude, I'm getting 22 vibes. I'm getting 22 vibes.
No.
Not to doom, but I don't know. Get
Well,
out and vote. That's all I'm telling people in chat. Get out and vote. Don't
Yeah.
take my word for it. Get out and vote.
Jeremy G for 2, redacted the message. Frankie Jr. for 2, so how are we feeling about the state of the race? I think Trump's in a good position. I think Trump's in a really good position right now. So,
Trump blowout. He's winning more than just the 7 swing states.
well, we'll save that for Monday. We'll save that for Monday.
Yeah,
We'll get
but
to
what
the
I
House.
kind of want...
We'll talk more about it
Yeah,
later.
because what I wanted to talk about the House real quick is RCP. I wasn't even paying attention to this, but for the past week, Republicans have led in the generic ballot, and they've
Wait,
been
really?
leading in most of the recent polls.
Really?
Yeah, the last poll with a Dem lead was from October 18th. USA
so
Today's
what I
That's the
think's
first
gonna
time I've heard that
happen-
news.
Since then, Republicans have led in every generic ballot poll, or it's been tied. So,
So I think the Trump,
yeah, Republicans have
probably
almost
win
a
the generic
1-point
ballot.
lead.
Jeremy
Yeah,
G
they
for
have a 0.9 lead at the moment.
Jeremy G for 2, Emperor Palpatine for President 2024. Well, that was basically Biden. So, but yeah, Tyler T has been a member for 2 months. W's a chat for Tyler T. But all right, I think we got to get into it because we have 53 House seats, and actually we got another super chat. Mitchell for 2, and this is directed to Small Village Polling. Why do you have 2022 vibes?
It's just because, I don't know. It's just we haven't won in such a long time. That's probably the reason, So it
can
just
see
feels
that.
like weird. And
Yeah,
I
we're not
guess we
used to
kind of
winning.
surge like, I don't know. I want to be wrong, but that's just. I
Well,
think we're
better to
still
be
gonna
It's
win.
better to be
like-
cautious and like, oh yeah, we're gonna win every single swing state in a landslide. It's like, yeah, I better be better off saying, well, we're probably the slight favorites, but.
I've already convinced Red Lion to suspend his account for 2 days around the election,
Real.
so that should stop a Jim Cramer type situation from happening.
Mike Finn for 2. What the hell's going on at Atlas Intel 3 national polls this week? Atlas Intel's putting in the work. They're grinding out polls every day now. So Mike Dredd for 5. Trump
Yeah, but we'll have to talk about that during the Senate and president predictions. Because
Trump will
that's
swap
what they
Mike
poll. They don't
Johnson
poll the
or
House.
Mike Dredd for 5. Trump will swap Mike Johnson or Byron Donalds. I don't think so. Better optics for identity politics believers. I don't think he's going to change with Mike Johnson unless he does something dumb. Then he might.
I mean, Byron wants.
Mike
Byron wants to be
Johnson's
governor,
actually
so-
pretty good. I don't know. Mike Johnson's pretty much doing all he can do with the situation he's dealt. Like, come on, Republicans have like a 3-seat majority. Dems have the Senate and the presidency. There's not a lot he can do. So he's done the most
I don't even think
he could
Byron
probably
would,
do in that situation.
I don't even think Byron would probably want to be Speaker of the
No.
House. If he wants to be governor.
Bass for 5. The doing on Twitter is ridiculous. Do not listen to chronically online losers. Get out and vote. I agree with that. Hamster for 5. Just dropped off my ballot here in Washington. +1 for Trump, Reichert, Serrano, and Garcia. Thankfully, the ballot box. Okay, I can't read the rest of that, but thanks for the super chat. Camera Full God for 2. Also, if you need a good laugh, go see any LT video. That's real. Tyler T for 2. Have you seen any new Atlas Intel polls? Yeah, Trump's winning everywhere, so. Superior Carolina for 2. Engage your voters in the polls right now. Kind of slow, though. Yeah, if you can, just talk to voters. You know, obviously don't intimidate them, but, like, you know, talk to them. Object Clays
All
Cater.
right, should we get the prediction?
We got so many super chats to read through. Object Clays Cater for 2. How much would we need to win Virginia by to bring Huncow over the hump? I say 2 to 3.
He's not getting over the
Yeah,
hump.
I
I
think
want him
so.
to, but he's not.
Object.
I want him to be in the Senate, and he's just like rating who's an alpha male in the Senate. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Be done for 2. Why is Pennsylvania early vote in much worse shape than Arizona, North Carolina, Georgia? Is it? It's actually pretty good for Republicans, I thought. Or do you mean compared to Arizona? Well, I think what's happening is Republicans. I think Democrats are just shitting the bed in the Sun Belt right now. That's what's happening. So. Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Just make sure my
Hello?
feed didn't break out. Dark Helm for 5. From what I've heard from Scott Presser, it seems like the Buck County stunt that Dems pulled is backfiring heavily. Get everyone vote. Yeah, I can't talk about that, but look that one up. Like, that was bullshit what they did. K Cup for 2. New Favre was for Trump, but AJ Dillon based. Yeah, I saw that. Mr. Nugget for 2. The doing an X is so bad that I had to block X. Yeah, sometimes it feels like that. McNabb for 2. Can't lie, guys. We're getting really scared. Well, yeah, it's the part of the election where we're getting close to election day and anything can happen. Nick for 5. No doing allowed. Just get out and vote. All right. Thanks for super chats. And Jared Walsh has been a member for 2 months. All right.
I already got out and voted, so you can't say I'm dooming.
Yeah. All right.
But you guys should too. Everyone get out and vote. Go vote.
All
Prove
right.
me
Let's
wrong.
actually get into the house prediction. A lot of super chats we had to read through, but got through them all. So thanks for the super chats, everyone. All right.
Maybe start saving those for the end.
I don't know. I like to do them right off the bat because then we don't get lost. So, all right. Let's start with Alaska. That's the first swing district we got to talk about. How is Bigich looking here? Does anyone know?
I've heard Begich is starting to do pretty well.
This is a tricky one.
Again, though, the polls overestimated Palin in 22, so and Alaska polling sucks
Yeah,
too.
you can't
so
really use Alaska.
I'm just gonna bet on Peltola. Peltola's the incumbent, so it's safe to pretty much always bet on the incumbent.
Yeah,
in
especially in a
Alaska.
state like Alaska
how
where
it
they have just bizarre politics, and you can't pull the state. You just can't. So we don't really know.
NRA endorsement.
Yeah, so
NRA.
I just go with Peltola because she's the incumbent.
Yeah,
Leanar.
I'm gonna say lean Democrat right now because you do lean Republican.
Yeah,
lean
just put it lean D to be safe. Yeah.
But I could see Bigich win. I don't know though. We just gotta see. FM
Should we
for
probably do Do you want to do probability predictions for this too?
no, we're just doing lean. I hate doing probability for House. That's gonna kill us. I mean that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. FM for 2. Did you see the Formula One? Okay, the guys. Every network does that, where they post like the results.
They're just testing the graphics.
Yeah.
People need to stop getting so conspiratorial about every little thing. They were testing the graphics. It's obvious they were just using the results of the 2022 Senate election because that's about what it rounded up to.
Yeah.
It's not they're calling. They're not leaking the results.
Yeah,
early.
that's
Like,
bullshit. Like, guys, it just them testing the
that's big.
graphics.
Well,
They
a
did
big
this in
concern that I
2022 as well.
Yeah, it's
A
not.
big concern that I have is the fact that they had Harris up means it's probably I feel like you could probably see a slight dip in turning on our side.
I don't know. But it's just the conspiratorial people.
Also, you could tell they were. Yeah, you could tell they were testing the results because they had McCormick down 8, but they had the check mark next to McCormick. You could tell it was like a test. They weren't actually like they wouldn't have the check mark by McCormick. You know?
Yeah. Agman and Fireman for 5. Gonna get some of my church buddies get on vote on Sunday. Why are Harris supporters suddenly so excited about the turnout in Georgia? Women. They're coping. They're gonna get crushed in Georgia. Jared Walsh for 5. Can the Colorado 8 can the Colorado 8 can Colorado 8 be a win for the GOP this time? I don't know. And can Alaska also be Republican because of ranked choice voting? Again, ranked choice voting is a mess, and with Alaska, you don't know.
We'll get to Colorado in a second.
Yeah, real text. Your mic's getting pretty bad.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, I'm driving.
I know. Bass for 5. My October surprise was hearing that my ultra-liberal family from Seattle was voting for Trump. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I would not expect to be voting for Trump now, and they are, so. Mike for 5. I voted in New Jersey yesterday. America will either choose a really, really good future or a really bad future. 5 days until we know. Yeah, basically. Frankie for 2. Odds that election gets called by Wednesday morning. I think it will. At the latest. I don't see it being like 5 weeks after the fact.
California.
We're so cooked, dude. The Avengers people are coming back. You know, the movies that haven't been relevant in like half a decade, they're coming back to do a fundraiser for Kamala. It's over, dude.
We got big super chat.
Remember when they did that for Mandela Barnes in Wisconsin?
Yeah, he lost. So it's like, yeah, that's a good omen. Jacob Hawley for 50. What happens if Trump and the GOP lose? They collapse and return to established type Republicans. And what happens to Dems if Trump crushes them in an election for President, House, and Senate? Also, the story about polls closing early in Pennsylvania. Well, the last part we can't really get into. But I think if Republicans lose this election, they're just dead as a party. If Democrats lose, they better wake up. And they better realize that, oh yeah, the Kamala Harris types, that's not going to work in politics now. So... Tristan.
No, here's what I'll say about that. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
No, what was I gonna say? Shit.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, so like.
No, if Republicans lose this year, if Trump loses,
they're dead.
It's not going to be the establishment that takes over. It's going to be the schizophrenic MTG types.
Yeah.
That should in of itself motivate you to get on vote for Trump because we're going to become like a joke of a party, and those schizo types are going to take over. It's going to be the conspiracy party, and then we're going to really get cooked.
Yeah, and I think if Democrats lose,
make sure you get out and vote.
I think they're going to start purging.
The establishment's dead.
Yeah, if Democrats lose, I think they're going to purge the Kamala Harris types. So, let's see here. Tristan for 2. Are you buying an AJ Dillon New Jersey rap? I might have to. That was epic what he did. Luke for 2. Thoughts of breaking Bucks in Pennsylvania? Yeah, I mean, Bucks County, look that one up. That's a mess. Lord Rhino for 10. What time is the first state poll closing just so I can work out and when I need to start watching the election? Also, what time are you starting streaming? Indiana and Kentucky, they close at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe. So...
I think like the central time so portions of them.
And the reason, and I know it's Indiana and Kentucky, but we're gonna right off the bat. If there's like a big swing in like Indiana or something, you know we're in for a long night or something.
You gotta watch like the suburbs of Indianapolis. That's
and I'm very curious about like the ancestral Democrat parts. If there's like a 20-point shift or something crazy again.
Oh yeah, Indianapolis. Well, actually, Chicago parts don't close till later. But I mean, if we're seeing like a big rightward shift out of Gary, probably.
Yeah. Faraji for 2. What is the best place to get early vote data? Secretary of State websites. Or Board of Elections or whatever. Depends on the state. Nameless Bandicoot has been a member for 13 months. Thanks for the great content. Thank you so much for joining the channel. Alright, Arizona. Arizona first. Does Schweikert hold on? I think he does. I think he's got it.
I think he had a controversial abortion statement, but if Trump's winning Arizona by like 3
I mean... Republicans are killing Dems here. You guys see the early voting out of Arizona? It's just...
yeah,
I heard about that. Yeah, Schweikert's gonna win. Schweikert's gonna win.
I mean, I don't want to say anything, but apparently...
Schweikert's district is currently redder than Siscomani's.
I'm gonna say something. I cannot confirm this, but I heard from some sources that Greg Stanton might be in trouble. I cannot confirm that, though.
The border crisis has just killed Dems in Arizona, and now we're seeing that even Kerry Lake is doing decent. Like Dems are just
and I think Sisselmann's gonna hold too. I think it's obvious.
Is Greg Stanton Arizona's fourth?
Arizona fourth, yeah, that's Greg Stanton. I've heard that he might be in trouble. Like he's gonna win, I think, but apparently it might be closer than it should be.
I think I saw
someone
make an endorsement
for that. Related to Barry Stanton?
I don't know. I don't think
Rap,
so.
This is completely off topic, but the Gold Standard of Colorado released their new poll today.
What is it?
Harris plus 12.
Is it?
Wait, what?
Harris plus 12?
Harris plus 12.
1 point swing.
So that basically means so that's a 1 point swing to the right. Okay, that's okay. That's not bad. That's decent.
Well, that's Colorado. We were expecting a big shift to the left.
I mean, we were kind of looking at like a 12 to 15 point range for Harris in Colorado.
Yeah, this is kind of like the South Side of Colorado. Really
FM
good.
for 5. Wasn't arguing about any funny business in my last super chat. Just curious if you saw. Yeah. We saw that, but some people they just take it too far. I know it was a test because Harris won't win Pennsylvania by 5. Well, yeah. Also, Arizona 24. Jacob Hawley for 5. I just got a libertarian ad paid by Harris on your stream. Lol, they're desperate grasping straws. Yeah, I mean they're doing everything. They got the fake Republicans now. You know, saying, "Oh, the Alabama guy. I was a blue-collar Republican," or some bullshit like that. It's like, yeah, sure, buddy. Cherokee Bear for 5. Early voting swing states have women dominating. That's actually false. This is a false turn for 2 reasons.
Yes, women are outvoting men, but there's less turning out than there were in 2020. The gender gap was bigger in 2020. There was more women turning out than there were men, but at a higher degree.
And these are Republican women. These are Republicans.
Like to do this. They think that like, it's 52% women. The right are cooked. In 2020, it was like 55, 56% women.
These are not just Democrat women. These are Republicans. So it's like, unless you're banking on a 30-point shift with the Republican women, that's not good for you whatsoever.
It's insane, dude. These people see that like they act like Republican women don't exist. And it's like, dude, like these polls still have 45% of women backing Trump. It's not like South Korea where it's like,
and they understate women. They understate Trump supports women anyways. Every time. The way states gonna get 12% or whatever.
Yeah, Trump is about a 10-point lead with men. Kamala has about a 10-point lead with women. That's what the polls are showing. It's totally possible.
Trump usually overperforms his polling with women. That happens every year. So I don't know what these people are talking about.
And underperforms with men usually.
Well,
by a little
you know, it's not as big as the overperformance of women, but yeah, sometimes. Lord Rhino for 5. What?
Should we get to California?
Lord Rhino for we'll get to that in a second. Lord Rhino for 5. I was thinking Arizona would be the most Democrat state of the swing states, but early voting suggests it might be the most red. Yeah, there's a chance like R plus 5, which I'm not saying it's gonna happen for sure, but not looking good for them. Mike for 2. Lake is only down by 4 points in RCP. There's a chance. She has a chance. I can't believe it. She actually pulled it off. If she wins that Senate race, I'm gonna eat a lot of crow. That's what I'm gonna say. K Cup for 2. Speaking of women, you see what Mark Cuban said? Yeah, Mark Cuban's a jackass. What do you expect? But all right, get to California now. Now this is where I think the House.
Everyone's dooming about Michelle Steele all of a sudden.
Why? Okay, aliens. What's early voting in California again? You talked to me about this, right?
Yes, it's suggesting that there is indeed a rightward shift compared to previous years, including, I believe, 2022.
So it's more Republican than 22?
Slightly better, yes. It's my recollection.
Oh, more Republican than 2022, and yet people are still dooming on Steele and Garcia.
All right.
Yeah, one of the major things to note is that in California specifically, Republicans have been gaining in voter registrations, and that's kind of significant because we're not like an ancestrally Democrat state. This state, in theory, should be getting more Democrat by registration, but it's not.
All right, so
I think I might just say every incumbent. I could see, I could see us picking off Porter seats. Not sure though.
All right, let's start with California 9th. This is Josh Harder. I think he holds on. I don't see him losing, but maybe something crazy happens. Okay, this is the first real competitive one. John Duarte. Does he hold on?
Considering I see the Central Valley swinging quite a bit to the right. I honestly think Duarte might hold on.
Yeah, what's the voter registration in the Central Valley? Didn't it, like, shift some crazy amount?
I mean, didn't Duarte also get like over 50% in the first round?
I think they get I thought he had like 54%. I could be mistaken, but I thought it was like 54.
If he's winning the first round, I mean, he could theoretically lose, but I don't know.
Aliens, what do you think? You're the California person.
I don't know much about Duarte's race, but my prior from like what I've seen is that most California incumbents should hold on. We might see like one or two topple, but it could really vary.
Because I know the Central Valley, there'll be a big shift there, but is it enough to save him?
From what I remember, I think Republicans are doing a little bit better in Southern California than the northern part, but Central Valley could be a mix. I think that our losses in the House, if we do get them, is going to come more from like New York.
All right. So, does Duarte hold? Chad is saying Duarte holds.
I think he does.
I think the Central Valley, I think that's gonna be enough to save him. Might be enough.
I think Valadeo holds too.
Yeah, I think Valadeo holds on too. Just a time history for 5. Breaking new Atlas Intel just released a poll that has Carry Lake +1. Yep, we saw that. Mr. Nugget for 2. Total doom or death. Yeah, Doomers need to just stop. Frankie Jr. for 5. Oh, Lake needs a win so we can see a Tyrone meltdown. Also voted for Trump in New York. Let's pull off the impossible and see a large electoral victory. Lord Rhino for 2. Is Orange County still very Republican?
It's Democrat, but I think it's shifting Republican this cycle.
It depends on what level. It tends to be more Republican at the local.
Jacob Hawley.
Speaking of which,
Jacob Hawley for 5.
Can we say
just one more. We'll get to the rest of California. Jacob Hawley for 5. You think GOP does good in the midterm in 2026 if Trump wins? Yeah, I think Republicans, they don't like crash and burn, but I think they lose the House.
They need to figure out a way to get these high propensities to vote for them in midterms, or else they are going to get
low propensity.
Well, low propensities, they shouldn't even bother with them because they're not going to show up. I mean, they could try, but I don't really have much faith they'll show up in a midterm.
All right, rest of California. Let's just spit through these. Mike Garcia, he's holding.
Win.
It'll be a tougher fight than the other one since they have different.
Yeah, because you don't got the bozo there.
He might go down in 26, but for right now,
yeah, I think he holds. Young Kim.
She's winning easily.
Young. I'm not worried about Young.
And now
Michelle Steele is kind of the big one.
Yeah, Michelle Steele. How about that? Michelle Steele. I think she holds.
She'll hold.
Yeah, I don't get why people are suddenly saying, "Oh, the Republicans are scared here." It's like, huh?
If Orange County's moving right,
she's going to hold. Yeah, they withdrew money from the 47th into Michelle Steele's district, I believe.
Are you serious?
They did it off of like this one internal, which ironically, I believe it had Baugh up, but Tran winning as well.
I don't get that. Now, time for the laziest Republican ever, Ken Calvert. This freaking guy.
This might be the last time he gets reelected, but we'll see.
This guy, like, what the hell does he do every year? Does he just sit there? I mean, this is unbelievable. The fact that
hasn't he held that seat for like 30 years?
Yeah, since 93. What is he? He just sits there. Like, I don't get what he's doing, but I think he holds on. Michael Levin, I think, holds on too. Now, this is the tough one. This is the one Republicans could possibly flip, the 47th.
Yes, they will flip this. They will flip this district.
You think they're going to flip it?
Yes. Here, let me show. I'll tell you why. At this point in 2022, Democrats led the early vote by 7%. Now Republicans lead the early vote in the district.
Holy smokes.
That changes my prediction. I think I had it as a damn poll. Barely.
Trust me, we have a good ground game.
And Dave Min's a shit candidate.
Yeah, he has a scandal, and people are tired. All right, I volunteer for this district specifically, and people always complain about Dave Min's ads specifically.
Why? What does he say?
He talks about garbage like gun control or something.
Oh, so stuff that no one cares about.
He's been spamming ads on people since August, and people are really tired of it.
It's just like same stuff like guns or whatever.
More or less. He's not even campaigning on legitimate issues. While Ba's been running a really solid campaign, specifically on the economy, crime, and the fentanyl crisis.
You know,
that kind of reminds me of Virginia 7 for whatever that district
we'll get to
is.
Virginia
in
a second. I can't believe we might win that district, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I've heard from the ground that was a good situation.
It's probably all like Trump.
Yeah.
So Dave, I've heard from other people that Scott Bell's in a good position, but you think it's go Republican?
Yes, I think Bob will win, probably by like a couple points.
This is a truth. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. Now, chat
remember,
again. When I just say
remember
lead,
as well.
What?
Remember as well that in the jungle primary, Republicans did lead by 2 points as well, and the jungle primary was predictive in 2022.
That's true. Again, folks, when I say lean, this just means that Republicans are favored. This doesn't mean they're going to for sure win. I should be clear about that. This just means, yeah, they're favored. But it's not like by 20 points or whatever. It just means, I'm going to say Republican. I'm going to say Republican.
All right, Colorado.
Republican.
Colorado. We got, hold on. Charlie Howard has been a member for 6 months. Thank you so much, good sir. All right, hold on. Jacob Hawley for 2. Harris, is that you on the mic? Yeah, it's real. All right, so Colorado. We got 2 districts that are competitive. Lauren Boeberts and Colorado 8th.
So the third district is barely being talked about anymore, so it's probably.
I think Frisch's losing because his entire campaign was just Boebert bad. So, I mean, he could still win.
Frisch basically, he's raising like $50 million for nothing. So.
Yeah, I think Frisch, Jeff Turn's gonna win. The guy sucks, but he should be able to win. Colorado 8th.
That one is a tricky one.
Because isn't this the weird one that's like trendy Republican or something?
I don't even know. Is there really any part of Colorado that's trending Republican outside of Pueblo?
I thought Colorado 8th was the weird one where it's like shifted Republican slightly. I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Pueblo I know is trending Republican. I don't know about Fort Collins, though.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say Democrat. Now hold on, I believe
I've heard some people say decent things about it, so I don't know.
I'll say Democrat. I think that Democrats hold on by a couple points. Though I do, if I remember correctly, the Libertarian backed Republican in this race now. So, it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, and didn't the Democrat have like a scandal?
I don't know
for
sure.
Diagnosed depression.
Yeah. All right.
Which, I guess could turn us to...
All right. Connecticut 5th.
We're so bad.
Connecticut, that's Democrat.
Yeah, it's Democrat. Next. Okay.
Delaware's got transgender.
That's safe. Next. Hey, Florida. We're not talking about Luna. I don't care if people say Luna's going to win that district. I don't freaking care what St. Pete has to say. We're not talking about Luna. No.
Breaking news from Elect Right. Donald Trump has lost the election. Source, Rufus. Okay.
Real. Charlie Howard for 5. Hey, Raptors, remind everyone again that no matter what the Doomers say, everyone needs a vote. If you want Trump to win, you have no excuse. Vote. That's true. But all right. Florida 9th.
Every incumbent in Florida holds. Yeah, that's basically.
Now, I want to talk about the 2 Democrat seats, Florida 9th and I believe the 23rd. Now, didn't Republicans just take early voting in Miami-Dade?
Oh, yeah, Miami-Dade, yeah.
In that region, like Palm Beach, very close.
Moskowitz district is in Broward, I think.
Yeah, Broward, I know it's a little bit more Democrat, but like.
Yeah, that's a very blue district. That's going to hold. But Darren Soto, I think that's the one in Osceola.
Yep.
Yeah, Osceola, I could see it flipping. We'll see, though.
Yeah,
I think
here's what I think's going to happen. In like a couple of years from now, they're all going to flip, I think. Anyways, but I think for now, we'll say both are Democrat. Both are Democrat for now.
Yeah, I'd say that.
All right.
I think we can skip.
What?
I think Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho can all be skipped.
Those races.
So I think next would be Iowa.
Yep, we got Iowa.
Or actually, probably
Indiana.
Illinois and Indiana.
Illinois. Eggman Fireman for 10. Just a brief human side. Just as a brief human aside, I know this has been an extremely stressful election and it's ending soon. I just wanted to give you guys best wishes and hope you're all doing mentally and emotionally okay. Oh yeah, thanks for the super chat. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, it's stressful, but yeah, we're doing fine. All right, Illinois 17th,
We're
Eric
gonna
Sorensen.
beat the woke mob in less than a week. We're gonna beat the
That's
woke
real.
mob.
Okay, Eric Sorensen. He's gonna win. I mean,
I hate that guy. I want him to lose, but he's probably gonna win.
yeah, he'll win. Lord Rhino for
Get
2.
that stupid man.
Florida's presidential map will be the 2022 Senate map. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I think Eric Sorensen wins. Next. Again, if this was an actual fair map, not what Democrats call fair, Republicans would gain like 3 seats. But Indiana.
All right. Mervyn Holt.
Yeah, next.
It might get close though, depending on how Gary goes. But we'll see what
That's the
happens.
thing, like,
It's
with
still
Gary,
gonna be
it
the
might
people
shift
that-
right. That's one thing with
Yeah, but
Indiana
it's not going to be enough for. So,
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's enough to flip it, but... Okay, Iowa
All right,
3rd.
so Iowa.
We're winning all the seats in Iowa.
It's an unassuming district. It's going to go red.
Yeah, I mean, these idiots actually believe there's going to be a blue wave in Iowa. How much is Trump going to win Iowa by? For starters.
Probably like 14, 15, something like that.
Let's wait and see what Selzer says. and then we
Well,
can
Sells,
make it.
I don't... The cycle should be
Yeah,
all over the place.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, the only part of Iowa that's probably going to trend left is like either Iowa City and then maybe like Dallas Center
Who
or
knows?
Dallas County.
To be fair, though, that's a pattern Selzer has. Like, they'll do a poll in, like, the summer that's super pro-Republican. Then they'll do a poll in, like, early October that's super pro-Democrat. And then their final poll's spot on. That's how it was. In 22, they had Michael Franken only down 3 against Grassley in
Yeah,
early
and
October.
they're full
and
of
then they
shit.
had Grassley plus 14.
If
for the
Harris is
final.
legitimately
So
down to
their
pre-debate,
final is always spot on. So
if Harris is down to pre-debate Biden numbers, then she should be down roughly 15.
Yeah.
That's how our turnout gets.
The world's smartest, I can't read that. For 2. What are your plans for when the election is over? I can't say right now. Frankie Jr. for 5. How long do you plan to stream on election night? Make a plan to be here and want to know how long we're going to go for.
Probably like 10 hours.
I think it depends, like, if we know right off the bat, like, if Pennsylvania's having a big shift or something, we know who's going to win. Probably like 5 or 6 hours. Like, until, like, all the states, like, the major ones are open or closed. But...
Or if Harris wins a landslide, we'll probably end it pretty quick.
Yeah. I was thinking that too. Be like, oh shit, end stream. You know, be
All right,
That's kind of what you did in 22.
yeah, but
so
it was
makes
getting
sense
so
we do
obvious
it
what was
because-
happening. It was just, yeah, it wasn't worth it. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. Maine 2nd. I can't believe it says I think Golden's done. I think that guy's going down this time. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'd say Leonard, because polls there almost always underestimate Republicans, and Golden's already down in the polls, so I think it's safe to say he's cooked. I'd say Tiltar still, because he's a strong incumbent, so put it Tilt, but I'd still say we probably win it.
I don't know.
All right. I think Golden. Yeah, I think it's probably going to go to Burial.
So Thierholt, you guys think he'll win?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Thierholt's going to win narrowly.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll win it.
Thierholt's probably gonna win by several points. Yeah, Golden I think
He's
is
the
gonna
W.
lose. So, yeah, Maryland. I guess we could technically talk about the 6.
It's going to go down.
Yeah. Next. Michigan.
I think the 7th flips and the 8th Holt goes dim.
All right. Well, for starters, John James is winning. I don't want to hear this crap that
Yeah.
John James is actually gonna go down. No, that's bullshit. That's not gonna happen. But, yeah. Now Michigan's 7th and 8th. I think right now Republicans they win one of these 2 for sure. I think we win one of
I
them.
think they win the. 7th. I think it's not turning left. So I don't know.
Cherokee Bear for 2. Don
One turning left.
Baker will be Friday and Tuesday. That's real. Phantom Raider for 5. Hey, Rap, just want to hop on in the stream for a bit to say hi. Going to a Harvest Festival with my girlfriend. Happy Spooky Day in MAGA. W chat for Phantom Raider. Thanks for super chat. But yeah, I
I
think
think
we
we've
win
got one district turning left. I don't know. You have one turning left, one turning right. One of the bad Dem candidates.
I think the sun flips. I think
All
Tom,
right, I think 7th goes Republican and the 8th goes Democrat.
yeah, I mean, you can
I've heard Judge's not really a great
Yeah, and
whatever.
this is a perfect example of, like, you could interchange the 2. You could argue about both. Like, one is actually Republican, one's not. you can make an argument for both. But we're just gonna say for now that it's gonna be probably the 7th and 8th. Again, you can just choose what you want to, but all right, Michigan 8th is wrong thing. Whoops, actually clicked that. Okay, Minnesota lean Democrat next. I mean, I just had to put toss up there because reasons. Oh, Montana, our good friend and frickin' Zinke, our good old friend, Montana 2nd. Or 1st, I should say. What do you guys think of Montana 1st?
It's going to go Republican. Dinky probably loses 2026.
This freaking
It depends
guy,
on the environment.
I can't believe that of all people we could have elected, this is one of Trump's biggest L's, I think, in 2022, electing this bozo. But I think Zinke's going to hold. He should, theoretically, right? Does he go down? Does Zinke lose?
The only way he would probably lose is if Tester wins.
Which I highly doubt that's going to happen. But I swear, if this bozo loses this district, I'm going to just, that's going to be frustrating. That's going to be real frustrating.
Right,
Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we could say, I don't know about actually, Don Bacon, is he going to get fried, or is he going to win?
I think he's going to go down, but
better way to put it is
because I don't see much of a change in the 2nd from 2020, and I think he's still got some Osborne coattails that I guess could maybe translate to the House.
Best way to put it is: does Don Bacon cook, or does he get cooked? This is a tricky one.
Also, people look in chat.
What?
In the Discord.
I saw that. I can't really show that on stream for obvious reasons, but he's either gonna get cooked or he's either gonna cook or get fried. Yeah, that's Don Bacon. Does he hold on? Was the early voting looking pretty good for us here though? For some reason, I thought I read somewhere that like the early voting was looking like good in Nebraska 2nd. I don't know.
I haven't looked.
But by the way, do you guys see the speaking of Nebraska, you guys see Deb Fisher's race?
We'll discuss that tomorrow or the next.
Yeah, but she doesn't know her own state.
Nebraska 2nd is probably one of the few places you could argue some of the Republicans there are basically Democrats now.
Yeah, just the Liz Cheney types. That's the financial sector in Nebraska 2nd. So, Eggman Fireman for 2. Don Lemon versus Don Bacon. Who wins? Neither. Be done for 2. If Trump wins, Rufus needs to be tarred and feathered. Yeah, that's real. All right, I'm gonna say Don Bacon loses. I mean, he could win, I guess, but I'm not too confident. And if he loses,
no, he's cooked. Especially with Dan Osborne, he's kind of creating a mini blue wave in Nebraska at the moment. So
yeah, and I think Don Bacon's
kind of. I mean, we'll discuss that more at length in the next stream. But I've heard that was the lead.
Yeah,
no, don't get me wrong. He's going to lose, but he's going to lose by like 7, which is going to create some big down ballot.
Yeah, but Trump's going to win by losing by. I don't think that matters. I think Trump's going to win by.
Well, no, it's not. It's not going to be on the. It's not going to be on the presidential level at all, but it's going to affect like congressional races in the state and probably local races too. There's like a mini blue wave happening. Right. Trump's still going to win. It's like completely detached from presidential politics.
This is a tricky one. And by the way, yeah, Deb Fisher should have been primary now. We had a good candidate, but yeah. Nevada. Ooh.
Yeah. No.
This
now what? Nevada or
Nevada?
I mean, you literally didn't. Oh, Nevada. Oh no, I think all 3 of them.
You think all 3 stayed them?
Yeah. I mean, one of them will probably be closer, but I still think they all go different.
Well, I've been very skeptical in Nevada. And I know early voting is everything.
We're going to lose those 3 districts. It would take like a wave of monumental proportions.
There's one with I mean, I know there's one district with a PDF. I can't say.
Yeah.
That one will probably go down for sure. The 3rd district, I mean, you could have had Marty.
Yeah, we could have freaking Marty, but no, we got Drew Johnson or whatever his name is.
Even Lombardo endorsed him.
Yeah, like, how the hell did he lose that?
The Lombardo endorsed composer, dude.
Yeah, we could have had the Halo guy. But no, we get freaking.
I was thinking of that. Lombardo spoke at a Trump rally like an hour ago, so
yeah, I heard
he's
that.
helping us out.
So when it comes to Nevada, though, I do think we're gonna see a red wave in Nevada. I just got a gut feeling.
I just don't know if that's gonna affect the convention.
No, I'm saying the House will be very close, but I think all three hold on. But, whoops, sorry about that. But I think that all three hold on. But, come 2026 or 2028, they might have a big problem. And I always said that they did a shit job redistricting Nevada. They did an awful job. Why the hell did they do that? They just put a safe Democratic district so you for sure got it. But now they have made a dummy mander. It's going to last like for 2 years and fall apart.
Hey guys, let's kind of speed run and let me do, and I'll leave after New York.
All right.
I probably got like 20 minutes.
Okay, New Jersey. Tom Keene's winning. Next. New Mexico.
Yvette will probably hold. Actually, well, not hold. I mean, New Mexico, it's probably going to look fairly good for us, but that district is so gerrymandered.
We'll have to see. If Trump gets the state within 5 points, we'll win that seat. But I'm not sure he's going to.
But like,
that's going to be the litmus test.
Some of the polling was like Harris +4 or whatever. You know, it's like
I think Harris wins New Mexico by like 6 or 7.
I don't know. This is a tricky one. But I think Vasquez holds.
I think Yvette loses. Yeah, that probably is a Democrat.
All right, New York. This is a state that's in the House. This is a state that...
this is what we're going at, Lane said. So, I'll start by saying I think Williams is done, and Despacito is looking like probably going down as well.
Lord Rhino for 2. Breaking. RCP has moved New Hampshire to toss up from lean. Yeah, I saw that. I don't agree with that, but...
Here's the thing. RCP's definition for toss-up is so insane. They had Colorado Senate and Washington Senate toss-ups in 22.
I think it's basically if it's like within, if they're predicting it like within 5.
Basically, I think.
They had Illinois governors like lean D. They've got absurd margins. Let's just say.
I love RCP though. I love it. All right. Okay, let's start with New York 3rd. Does Tom Suozzi hold on?
Yeah.
You guys think?
Oh, definitely. Yep. Suozzi is definitely
hold on. Now this is one of the tricky ones. Despacito.
I think right now he goes down, but it would not shock me if he held on.
Wasn't there like a poll that had him winning or something crazy?
I don't know. For some reason, 270 to win has it as lean Democrats.
I don't agree with that, but...
Didn't he have like an affair though, Despacito?
That's the thing. He had a big scandal with that, so that's why I'm a little bit hesitant, but I'm going to say lean Democrat. I think he goes down. Now, this one I think is pretty easy.
I think he probably could have won if it wasn't for that affair, but
yeah.
that's you don't want to be in that in a swing district.
I think this one's probably the easiest of them all. Michael Lawler. He's gonna win that.
Lawler easily win.
Those idiots ran Jones. Why the hell would you run that guy? Why?
And then this north of there, you have a lesbian George Santos that could get in, but we'll have to wait and see.
But yeah, so Michael Lawler.
That one's gonna go.
That's Pat Ryan seats with the that was Zeldin Bernie.
Yeah. But yeah, for those that don't know, Michael Lawler's become he's a cockroach now. He's like Fitzpatrick. He's going to be a cockroach in New York politics. He's not going down for a while. Now, he could lose.
Oh, yeah, he's safe. He's safe. He's got that seat for life now, dude.
Rathapal for 5. I live in New York 17, a swing district, and all the Dems are running on abortion. Lawler's signs dominate the landscape. Is likely going to win. Yeah, they're actually losing the issue of abortion in New York. You guys hear about that? Those dumbasses are, like, tying abortion to, like, transgender stuff or something. It's like, what? What are you idiots doing?
Also, too, Mike Lawler got the endorsement of New Square. If people don't remember New Square, it's that community where they decide unanimously how to vote, and there's like a few thousand people that live there. He got the New Square endorsement. So
how do they vote?
Real quick, I gotta go in just a second. Let's get Brandon Williams out of the way.
All right, Brandon Williams goes down. Pat Ryan, I think, holds on, and I think Mark Molinaro holds. You guys agree with that?
Yep, I think so.
Trump's going to win Molinaro's district.
Yeah,
so
he's not going to lose. I don't see how. Against Josh Riley, I don't know. But yeah, already with just New York, Republicans got the House. All they need is Lawler to hold on, and we got it.
Didn't Williams, wasn't like Williams' daughter on like OF or something?
There's a, yeah. Yeah, there's a big scandal with that. Brandon Williams, that guy I never liked.
What is it with New York Republican representatives like spending money on OF and like remember Santos?
Yeah, Santos, and they got the affair stuff from Despacito. Like the only like sane ones
he
are
started in OF, by the way.
Yeah,
Santos started.
Yeah,
one,
so we're losing both of our Nassau County Republicans. That's sad, and we might even still flip Nassau County at the presidential level, which is stuff.
I just find it funny though, like. Of the swing state Republicans, Michael Lawler and Mark Molinaro, they're the only, like, sane ones in New York. The rest are just, like, have the dumbest scandals ever.
Yeah, Lawler's basically a rhino, so...
Yeah, I could deal with Lawler. I could deal with them.
Also,
alright, guys, I think I gotta go, so I'll see y'all later.
Alright, see ya.
Who's the one in Staten Island?
Oh, by the way, one last thing.
Actually,
I think
she's safe.
One last thing. Actually, well, y'all will get the Kent later, so...
Alright, the Sandwich Man for 5. Irrelevant, but Michigan early vote isn't looking too hot. I'm seriously nervous for the 5th. I would say you don't got party registration in Michigan. See, that's one of those states where you can't really... I mean, you could use other demographics, but you look at the Republican
Also, just because the city clerk says she expects record turnout doesn't mean there's going to be record turnout. City clerks are like, it's their job to say... Yeah, they say that every election. It's like their job. We were supposed to have super high turnout in the Supreme Court race in Wisconsin. Nobody turned out.
Yeah,
for it. So
and
like they say that because what are they supposed to say? Turnout's going to be down from last time. They're never going to say that.
Down by 500%. No one should vote. That's, I mean, like they're not going to say that crap. Mr. Nuggets.
Also, like, how would they know? They don't just like they don't like see the minds of everyone's all the voters. You know.
Yeah. Mr. Nugget for 2. Josh Riley's running as a kind of pro-Trump Democrat. Really? I gotta look that one up. I'm curious now. Superior, Carolina for 2. Rapid snowing near Duluth. Is that normal? Well, welcome to Minnesota and Wisconsin, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so that's...
It's like 70 in Milwaukee. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's like 50s.
Alright, North Carolina. There's only one seat that's competitive, Don Davis. Aliens, you haven't spoken for a while.
And he's...
What did you want me to say?
I don't know.
I'm fairly bearish on people in New York in general. It doesn't seem like people do as good as anticipated there.
Why? Do you think Michael Lawler holds on, or what?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I think he'll do just well enough. But
I thought you meant like Lawler was losing. It's like, But all right, North Carolina first. Does Don Davis lose? That's a Democrat there. I think it comes down to what the final margin of North Carolina is. Because didn't Beresford say Trump +4 on North Carolina?
Yeah, he did.
And for those that don't know, he's the best pollster in North Carolina, by far, in Florida. So that's just 2 states I know.
Trump now is the highest lead in Nate Silver's forecast since September 17th. 55.4%.
And for those that don't know, this North Carolina first, like the most Republican trending district in North Carolina. Does Don Davis lose? It does depend on black turnout. Yeah, that's true. And black turnouts, I mean, look at Politico's article. They said that, oh yeah, African American turnout's way down. So you know what? We'll just say lean Republican for now. Ohio. Captor's holding on. I'm not going to really talk about that one. Sykes. She barely holds on, I think. She could lose, but we'll just see. Ooh, Oregon. This is one of those races where I don't know. Does DeRaymer become the Michael Lawler of Oregon? What do you guys think? Thank you. Okay, yeah, so for those that don't...
What was the question again?
Okay, we're talking about Oregon.
He's asking about Oregon.
Oregon 5th.
Oregon.
Shiva is DeRaymer. She's the Republican.
She probably... I have her favored narrowly by, like, tilt. I think she might just barely edge it out. I think she could win. I don't know. She's the incumbent. Well, I think Oregon could get... I don't think Oregon's really going to move left. I think it could move right again. I think she can win. I don't think it's that big a surprise.
I mean, I just one of those things where I want to see what the final margin statewide is in Oregon. But if DeRaymer, if she holds on,
I think it's going to be like Harris plus 13.
Yeah, and that's like, that's borderline, I think. Sophia Lotkins for 2. I'm nervous about Michigan. The early vote doesn't look that good. Again, some of these states, we don't have voter registration in them. We don't. Or party registration, I should say. So you can't really say that. Even then, you look at county by county numbers, it's actually looking better for Republicans in 2020. So, that's what I'll say. And DeRaymer, she did go against like an insane Democrat last time. So, I think she loses. I think DeRaymer loses. Just for the simple fact she is going to get someone with half a brain. And someone that actually knows how to run a campaign properly. So, Riley Moore for 2. I hope David McCormick wins a Pennsylvania Senate race. We'll just see. We'll just see. All right, Pennsylvania. Why is Scott Perry's district toss-up? Why? Do people actually think Scott...
It's because the news anchor... It's the news anchor, because the Dems did get like a star recruit in that district for real.
Serious?
She was like she's a local news anchor, and she's like very well liked in the district. I still think Scott Perry wins, but it's going to be a very tight race. But it's going to be like tilt.
Oh, hold on, what was that?
My brother came in. The food I ordered is here, so I'm gonna mute.
Okay. What aliens?
I was just commenting how his little brother said pizza's here.
Oh. Okay, Scott Perry, I'm going to say holds on, theoretically. It might be closer, but... Cartwright, I think, goes down. I mean, that part of this Pennsylvania is shifting heavy to the right. And Rashid, how do you say his name? Robert Breshnahan, I think you say it. He's running a good campaign. And I think with the district trending Republican and with how bad early voting looks for Dems there, I mean, look, what is it like? It's like a 20-point shift or whatever in Pennsylvania? Or some crazy margin like that? I mean, I know it's early voting. That's not everything, but like...
We're back.
Yeah, we're talking Pennsylvania. I think Cartwright...
No, I didn't eat yet.
Okay.
I just had to take it in.
Yeah, Cartwright's going down, I think. That's my take. I think Scott Perry holds.
Yeah, but Wild is winning. She's very well.
I think she
even though she attacks her constituents, she attacks her own constituents.
Yeah, she wins.
They still like her for some reason.
Well, you could argue maybe because she's honest, or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna say that Wild wins. Cartwright probably goes down. Now, yeah, people are gonna read the Puerto Rican stuff. Oh gosh, that's right. That's Allentown. I'm gonna laugh though if Allentown's a reason she loses. It's like a 20-point shift. Tech G 490 for 5 of the 3 swing state Rust Belt states. I think Wisconsin has the strongest chance to flip both presidential and Senate. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. All right, yeah. Republicans, they gained Cartwright's district. Texas. Queer should be safe.
Nobody told me we were streaming. What the fuck?
Oh, yay, thank you. Speaking of Texas, right when I said Texas, you showed up. Thank you.
Oh, I'm here for Texas. Let me pull up the funny map. Give me a second.
Thank you. Of all this time, you waited all this time to show up, then literally right when I said Texas, you decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to join the stream.
Well, you know, I had to go pick up a bottle of bourbon.
Fair enough.
So, you know, bourbon before stream. Whatever the phrase is. Let me pull up the Texas map.
The phrases? What? What does that mean?
What do you mean? What is that?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But yeah, so we're Henry Cuellar and Vicente Gonzalez. Those are 2 ones that actually we gotta talk about.
Yeah. Well, okay, we can also talk. Actually, no. Yeah, those are the only 2 races. So, but those two races, right? We have polling out of the Vicente Gonzalez. We have polling out of his seat. Trump is actually tied with Harris there. But Mayra Flores is down. I've had that race lean D for the longest time. I think Trump can win it, but I don't think that Gonzalez is going to go down.
I agree with that. I think Gonzalez holds on.
Yeah, lean D has been my prediction for a while. I'm probably going to keep it that way. As for Cuellar, I have him at likely.
Yeah, so I mean, Cuellar, technically, something crazy could happen where Trump, just wins his district or something, but...
No. I have the map pulled up. What is his district? How much did it vote for Biden by?
7.
7. Yeah, no, I think Trump is going to win that district.
You think?
Well, no, I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win Maverick. Actually, never mind. No, Maverick's in Gonzalez's district. Never mind. He's going to win Star. He's gonna win Zapata probably by more than 2020. Probably way more than 2020. And I think he's going to do quite well in most of the other counties. Probably get Laredo within 15. And Guadalupe County, Southern San Antonio, all the parts in that district are very, very right trending. But obviously, and this is going to sound bad, but don't give me shit for it. His Republican opponent is just some white dude. And yeah, Cuellar's opponent is just some white dude.
I mean, I'm not being shit for that. I mean, I literally said that on stream. It's just some random white dude.
You can't. That's just how people vote. People are very they're very tribal in their voting patterns. They have no they will vote for they'll vote for a Republican that is Hispanic, right? That's not racist to say that. That's just how people are. He's just some random businessman white dude, and that's not how you win a Biden +7 80% Hispanic district, even if it's very right trending, and even with Cuellar having all of his scandals.
Yeah.
So I do think his opponent, his opponent in the primary was a Hispanic man, and I think he would have probably made it a lean D race if only because of that. But the only problem is I don't see that district going, not on the congressional level. I do think Trump will flip it. I do think he's favored in that district, at least narrowly. I think he might win both. I think he might win all 3 RGV seats or all 3 South Texas seats, but I don't think Cuellar goes down because in Texas, that's the thing with ancestral Democrats, right? This is the case with many places. They are much more Democrat down ballot, and we saw this in 2022 with how much Cuellar beat. What was her name? I don't know. That one. The person. Yeah, we saw how much he beat her by, even as Greg Abbott did quite well in the district, even compared to Trump. I think he only did a couple points worse, which is pretty damn impressive considering down ballot trends. But no, I don't think either district flips on the congressional level, but I do think Trump might end up winning both of them.
All right, Lucas for 2. Right now I have Republicans at 219, Democrats 216. Happy Halloween. I roughly agree with that. Mr. Nugget for 2. Will you make a video to calm down the doomers? I have to, because some people are just schizophrenic. All right. Virginia. Ooh, this is the one that, obviously, I think King's going to win. But I can't believe I'm saying this. We have to talk about Virginia 7th. Because Democrats ran quite possibly the shittiest candidate of the cycle.
They ran a very bad candidate, yes. Polling out of that district looks quite good for Republicans. Early voting numbers look quite good for Republicans. I am not going to sit here and tell you that the Republican is favored in Virginia 7th. What I am saying is, if he wins it, I will not even be remotely surprised.
I agree with that.
Very hard. This is going to be a very hard district to talk about. And how much did Youngkin win it by?
I don't remember. Trump lost by 7.
Pulling up the official map now. Just give me a quick second to get the data out of it. I'll let you know. Go ahead and continue.
I mean, Vindman's a shit candidate. I cannot believe they ran that garbage of a candidate. Did they really think, we just run the resistance, we win? Was that their strategy?
I don't think they were expecting Virginia to be competitive. That's the problem.
I don't know.
I don't blame them for that either, because it's okay, yeah, sure.
It's Virginia. Yeah, it's a safe Republican state, or safe Democrats should say. Why should we talk about it? Well, now it's Trump could maybe pull off the upset here. It's unlikely still, but I mean, you could pull off the upset in Virginia.
Let's see. Yeah, he Youngkin won this district by 5.3.
Jeez. So
it is a likely Youngkin district, right? It's not even we were talking about Virginia's 10th back in 2022 because of Hung Cow. Yeah, no, that was a McAuliffe plus two district. That district voted for McAuliffe by a lean margin, and that district was still pretty goddamn competitive in 2022.
You know what? I'm making the seat a toss-up.
Yeah, I'm going with toss-up. If you really put a gun to my head and tell me who it is,
I'll say lean Democrat to be safe.
I would go tilt D just to be safe.
Yeah.
Because I'm very used to Republicans blowing very winnable races.
But this is one of those races where Democrats, they just ran such a shit candidate.
They ran a pretty bad candidate. The only problem is the 7th district did also. The 7th district is very weird. It voted for Obama by 4, but Clinton by 2.
What?
And Biden by 7. Yes, it is a district that moved right from 2012 to 2016.
That's Virginia.
It is Virginia for you. And from 2016, from 2012 to 2016, Clinton got about 1,700 more votes than Obama, and Trump got about 7,000 more votes than Romney.
DJ
in
Aftershock.
2020, they both gained tens of thousands.
DJ Aftershock for 2. Local Dems didn't want Vindman. Resist liberal money did. Probably. Object Clays Cater for 2. I'm in Virginia 10th, getting Virginia 7th ad, mainly running on abortion. Well, that's the same market. So that's kind of expected.
Yeah, plus Spanberger is, say what you will about Spanberger, she is a very solid candidate.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say her opponent in 2022 was that good.
Yeah, like, what was her name? Oh, I forgot. Chavez?
She was. I know she was a Hispanic woman. She did not do fantastic, and she wasn't a good candidate. And Abigail Spanberger basically dropped like a giant profile, just talking about her, and just took her campaign apart. So it's one of those things where, honestly, I think I would be amazed. I would be absolutely flabbergasted if Vindman won by more than 5.
Vega, yeah, it was Vega. Thank you for reminding me, Chad.
Vega, yeah. I think right now, if you ask me pure margin, I'm going Vindman by about 1.5 points. But I'm just saying, with the current numbers out of Virginia, we've seen him from I can't remember his last name, but Christian
Hines.
on Twitter. Yeah, Christian Hines off of Twitter. Right now, he is saying his unofficial prediction is D+4 or 5 statewide.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tossed.
And that's also with him being pretty. He said that his model is possibly overestimating Dems.
Yeah, he's one of the most pessimistic people in Virginia. That's what I heard.
Yeah, he's playing it very, very safe in Virginia, and even he's saying D+4, D+5. The numbers out of that district, in terms of polling, in terms of the candidate, in terms of fundraising, I would not be surprised if Anderson won, but I don't think he's favored.
Yeah, I'm saying toss up. I'm just saying it's too close a call. I can't really make a decision on this one because Vindman is such a uniquely shit candidate. He may actually go down. I mean, what the hell are they doing? Are they seriously thinking that January 6th is everything?
Well, Virginia. Okay, here's the problem, right? In the 8th and 11th district, which is Fairfax and like Arlington, J6 is everything because these people have no politics outside of January 6th and like post-birth abortions. But in the 7th, that just isn't the case. I mean, Eastern Prince William, Stafford, Spotsylvania, these are not counties that care about January 6th.
And on top of that, I mean, like, his wife's just even more of a schizophrenic than he is. I mean, his wife's going around saying some things that should throw her in jail, but...
Does prediction, refuses to make prediction.
Yeah.
Look at you go.
Object Clays Cater for 5. Assuming your map is correct, how much of the House will be half decent or better Republicans? Is it an overall improvement for long-term for the 118th? Oh, yeah, this is way better, I think, overall. Because we don't got to worry about some of the New York people as much.
Oh, so. Yeah.
Hamster Eater for 10. If Trump wins Texas 34th, Flores wins. She outperformed every Republican on the ballot, even Abbott and Hager in 22. And the House generic ballot is always right than a Pence popular vote. We need more. I'm not going to read the rest of that, but...
Okay, I do. That this is true. That's actually a pretty good point. But I will say that she was an incumbent in 2022. She was the incumbent. She was an incumbent for like 3 months, but she was the incumbent. Technically, he was as well because they were both about to do a district, but that's besides the point. I do get where this guy's coming from with that. I don't necessarily disagree. But basically, we only have like 2 polls out of that district, which is more than you normally get out of a House race, and both of them show her running behind Trump.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm kind of against Flores because she blocked me on Twitter for no reason.
Look at you go!
I thought the Supreme Court said you couldn't block anyone if you're a politician.
You can't block them from your official government account. You can block them from your personal account.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Just
just like she blocked
34th. Yeah, let's see. Okay, we have 3 polls out of that district. We have a tied race, D+3 and D+3. All 3 of them are by the same R Commission poll.
Oh, Chad's brought up a good point. Like, this is the final prediction. I'll say lean Democrat.
You can't toss up this.
Yeah, fine. Man Milk for 2, Vindman, immigration, Israel, abortion, and Blumph. DG after shock for 2. Virginia 7th Democrat bases. East Prince William County Hispanics not white resist liberals. Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is true. Well, there's a pretty large black population as well. But let's take let me just delete some shit real quick so I can.
You're deleting things?
No, I'm deleting the rest of the district besides. I'm on Redistrictor right now. This part of the district is 28% Latinx, 27% black, and is a right trending part. It went from almost 70% Clinton to 67.5% Biden.
Okay.
It is very right trending. Not even really that college educated. Less than 40% bachelor. The only problem is it is pretty fucking rich. It's $130,000 a year average.
So yeah,
but yes,
his campaign sucks. Princess Writer for 5. Looking at our private data and early voting, we're expecting North Carolina to be Trump +6. Governorship is a pure toss-up. Current model Stein +0.3. If Stein loses, I'm going to laugh hysterically. That's what I'm going to say to that. Which, by the way, if Stein goes down, it should prove to everyone that the electability argument's bullshit. So.
Yeah, well, okay, here's the thing. This has already been baked in for a while, and I hope somebody already made this point before me. Very few people, and by that I mean less than 35% of the electorate of North Carolina, is going to openly tell pollsters they're voting for Mark Robinson after the scandal was coming out about him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either. If I was being polled in North Carolina, I would not tell the pollsters I'm voting for Mark Robinson.
Yeah, I'll say I'm totally voting for Stein, totally.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely voting for the moderate Democrat Attorney General, Josh Stein.
Surely.
But no. I don't think he's favored. I do think that overall, I think Stein's going to win by about 6 or 7 points.
I agree with that.
That sounds about right. But I do think, I don't know. I know, okay, North Carolina, it's a very racially polarized state. And Democrats cannot win without 90% of the black vote and high black turnout.
And they're getting neither.
And yeah, I'll say we're seeing neither of those things. I don't think they're getting over 90% of the black vote. And black turnout is in the fucking gutter, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look at Georgia. It's gonna be worse than 2004, I think, or something crazy like that.
So black voters aren't turning out, and the ones that are probably going to vote more Republican than they have in several election cycles. I just don't see. I don't see how either. Well, this will be a presidential thing. We'll talk about that later. But
yeah, presidential's next Monday, so.
Well, we'll talk about that next Monday. But yeah, I do think. I don't think Harris is favored in either state, no matter, because it's very hard to poll. I think the reason that Atlas is having such a hard time polling that state is because an entire congressional district is just not giving a shit about answering polls right now.
Yeah. But now they're voting, and now it seems like they're starting to poll. So.
And they are starting to vote, yes. But yeah, go ahead.
Superior Carolina for 2. Apparently Stein sued a tree company to look holy. What? What does that even mean? All right. You guys say this every single election never happens. Huh? Prince Ryder for 5. I will say we expect North Carolina to be an early call. I can't say a ton, but from what decision just was said, if the election day vote is big, expect a call by 8:30 latest. 8:30 p.m. Eastern?
I wouldn't be surprised
if
because
it's called that fast.
You can tell pretty quickly. You'll be able to tell very, very quickly.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, I'm not saying they're going to call it that early, but once we start getting, and this is another thing we'll talk about closer to election day. Once we get a couple of fully reported counties out of a couple of states here and there, we can probably get a very reasonable guess. I'm not saying if we see Trump +5 Miami-Dade, we're going to call the election for Trump nationwide, but if we go into North Carolina and Charlotte moves right, or some of the suburbs move right, or something like that, or God forbid, what's the county for Raleigh?
Isn't it Wake?
Wake, yeah. If we see Wake move right, which I don't think it will.
Wake. No, Melenberg is it? I don't know.
No. I think it is Wake. If Wake moved left, even in 2022, if Wake moves right, if we see Wake moving right, I am going to call the election for Trump immediately, and I am going to be confident in that.
Here's my take. I'm actually curious about, and I know this sounds crazy. Indiana and Kentucky are usually good indicators early on. I know that sounds crazy, but if we see these ancestral Democrat areas shifting 30 points right again or something, some crazy swing, and like Indianapolis shifts 10 points, right? It's like, okay, yeah, these are Republican states, but yeah, that's not good for Harris.
I'm telling you, if we get results out of Indiana and Lake County is D+8, I'm calling it for Trump.
I wouldn't go that far, but if we start seeing the same stuff in North Carolina, it's over. And then Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Hamilton County, Indiana, is going to be pretty important. It's Carmel, the county north of Indianapolis. Trump plus 20, Trump plus 7. Very rapidly left trending. I would say if Clinton, I mean, it's pretty much Clinton. If it's pretty much Clinton, let's be honest. If Harris flips this county, I would start to get a little bit worried. I'm not going to call it for Harris, but 52.4% of the county voted for Trump in 2020.
Yeah. And
it's very rapidly left trending, though. This is a county that gave McCain 60% of the vote, despite him losing statewide.
DJ Aftershock for 2. Crazy how Vega collapsed in Stafford versus Whitman. Well, Vega she didn't run the best campaign. So. All right, Washington 3rd. Does Kent pull off the victory this time?
Lean arm, move on.
Yep, next. And then last state's Wisconsin. Van Orden's winning next. And that's it, actually.
That's the election. What's the total?
224 Republican. 211 Dem.
That sounds about right. Everybody's been dooming on the House for some reason recently, which doesn't make any sense because if you do the math, right, we have pickup opportunities, and the only districts I really see, like Democrats are operating off the fact that they're winning like they're winning bigger than 2020, or they're picking off Arizona and Georgia, and they're winning all these states, and they're operating off of that math and say that they're favored in the House. But like I'm sorry, do you seriously think that what's the Virginia Beach seat?
Kiggins.
Yeah, do you really think Kiggins is going down?
No.
Because every map I've seen where they're talking about how Democrats can take back the House, Kiggins is losing. And yeah.
Yeah. Thing.
The thing.
Lucas for 2. Being from Arizona, I think Lake makes Schweiker lose. Okay, no, I don't want to go that far.
Schweiker doesn't lose because it's like a Biden +1 district. No, is it a Biden district?
It is Biden. It is Biden.
Yeah, but it was by like less than a point.
Yeah, so. Biden by less than a point. Can you pull that up real quick?
It was Biden +1.5.
Yeah, Biden +1.5. I'm not saying Trump's going to win that district. What I am saying is,
well,
unless it's like,
with how bad the early voting looks in Arizona,
I was going to say,
if Trump really is winning Arizona by 2 to 3, he's probably winning that district.
Probably, so. And Schweikert, believe it or not, Schweikert is not underperforming Trump in Arizona.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You're telling me now for the first time, yeah.
But then, like, you go to California, it's like Democrats, like, they have to flip something. Like right now, I don't see them flipping anything. I really don't.
Yeah, no.
I think Duarte holds on.
I don't. It's one of those things where people. I don't know, because I've seen polls out of the Central Valley seats, right? And they do not paint a good picture. But I know that Hispanic turnout was in the gutter in the primary, but both of them won by like 10 points.
Yeah. And not only that, but the Central Valley's shifting right. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things where it just depends. Like, if Hispanics really are not going to have as high of turnout as they did in 2020, and if they really are shifting right, then yes, both of them win pretty handily. But those polls are not fantastic.
And I should clarify that when I say lean, it doesn't mean it's a foregone conclusion that Republicans win the 13th or flip the 47th. And I think Scott Ballot's going to win, by the way. But, like, I'm just saying that you can interchange a couple of these districts. I just think right now, Republicans, they're going to get, I think they get the majority right now. Now, there might be some districts that flip, but, like, this is the rough estimate. I'm going to be wrong in some districts, probably, but...
Wow, you're telling me you're not going to get every single result?
Yeah.
Red Lion, Arizona and Georgia are locks for Trump.
Well, we just lost the election.
There goes the election. Ah, God, you fucker.
Tell Red Lion to, like, stop. Just throw his phone out the window.
We told we told him.
I told him he's got to delete his account until the election.
We told him to log out of his account on Tuesday and not log back in until Friday.
Prince Rider for 5. We try to stay in contact with the news agencies each party does. Decision Desk says a call by 8:30. New York Times said 10. NBC was latest expected call by 1:30. Hamster Eater for 5. The jungle primary, the best indicator, is extremely good for Republicans in California, and House Republicans outperformed Trump twice nationwide. So yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
I had made this comment back when Biden was still in the race that Trump was going to outrun a lot of Republicans nationwide in the House. But with Harris now being the nominee, it's kind of like what happened in 2020. There are going to be Harris House R voters. Just because because that's the thing. They're going to be those guys who are like, "Oh, I can't handle
the orange man."
No, the orange man, but what they want is they want a split delegation. So they want Republicans in the House, right, and in the Senate, but they want Democrats. They want Harris in the White House. So what's going to happen is they're going to vote for a Republican. They're going to vote for a Republican down ballot. They're going to win their House race, but then Trump's going to win the election anyways. So they're going to give him a trifecta.
Yeah. All right, and that's it. So again, folks, when
this is over for Osborne, now he's tied in his internals. He used to be up in all of them. Now he's tied.
Yeah, and like every poll's an internal. By the way, notice that. By the way,
I was gonna say we've had a couple of non-internal polls, and they show Fisher up by like 7 or 8 points pretty consistently.
Yes.
I've had that race as likely are for a while.
Which is horrible, I'm gonna keep it like that. It's horrible.
It's pretty average for an independent. Doing about 10 or 11 points better than a normal Democrat. It happened happened in Kansas, happens in Utah. Every time that they run a Democrat who is just an independent, or an independent that's just a Democrat, they do about 10 points better just because the partisan what is it called? Polarization against Democrats goes away. But at the end of the day, a majority of Nebraska is still a partisan Republican.
Yeah. And that's it, folks. Now, again, like, people are gonna, like, I guarantee you that we'll be wrong in one district. People are like, oh, you're wrong everywhere. It's like, okay, when I do this map, this is just a rough estimate. Like, I expect Republicans to get, like, 224. When you predict a bunch of House races, like 52 of them, you're gonna be wrong on a couple of them, obviously. But...
Oh, holy shit. Inside Elections has just moved Alaska at large to Tilt-R.
I don't believe that one. But, again, I expect Republicans to get around 224 in the House. And there's a margin of error of roughly 10 seats, I would say. So it could be 214, it could be 234, somewhere in that range. Again, not some of these. I have a gut feeling a couple of these districts are gonna
check this shit.
Backfire. Princess Rider for 10. Finally, this will be my last, likely be my last super chat before election day. It has been fun and an honor to meet you, Rap, and everyone here and share all my inside information against the BS media. Here's a Trump 47. Yep. W's a chat for Princess Rider. For those that don't know, he is in the North Carolina GOP, gives us information that, by some miracle, is right 95% of the time, 99% of the time. Like, spot on. So, W's a chat for Princess Rider. But yeah, that's it. I think that's the House prediction. I think
Can you pull up Michigan real quick? Because I'm going to kill you if you don't have the map right.
What?
I just want to make sure.
I have 7th going Republican.
You have Slotkin going Republican?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
What? What do you expect? Like, I was gonna have the 8th Republican?
No, I thought you were gonna have Slotkin going blue or
no. Slotkin, I think your district flips, and I think 8th holds though.
I don't believe you. I think you're wrong. I think both seats flip.
We'll see. I mean, again, this is where we get in the argument of like, you could go either way. That's just my take. And this is a perfect example. You could interchange these two, but.
Yeah, Rap, if you have even one district wrong, you should just give up on politics altogether.
Real.
Ignore the people that said that Garcia was going down in 2022 and stuff. Guys, Mike Garcia is DOA.
All right,
no, the fact that Mike Garcia won by more than Kathy Hochul did is insane.
I can't get over that.
He won by like, what was it, 8 points?
Yeah, he won by like 7.5 and Hochul won by like. Yeah.
Let's see here. California, Garcia won by 6.5. Every time they say he's DOA, he just wins by a wider margin.
Yeah, just every time he gets called DOA, he.
Oh, who's that one account? Every time he speaks, it just backfires.
Oregon map guy, Jude. Yeah.
Butter everyone.
No, that was hilarious. I like Garcia would just reply to everyone saying, "You need a pep talk."
He's a shit poster. I love it.
And then he won.
Georgia guy. Oh, what's Georgia guy's name? Oh, what's his name? The guy that
Mike Collins.
Yeah, he's like the best shit poster on Twitter by far in Congress.
It used to be George Santos, and then we had a certain certain thing happened.
Yeah.
And then we lost him forever.
But then we got like a better one, a better shit poster.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Collins, for those that don't watch his feed.
Justice for George Santos, by the way.
Walk out for George Santos.
Walk out for George Santos.
Don't ask about that. Don't ask that one thing he pointed out about a journalist, though.
Don't worry about it.
Certain...
All right.
You don't have to talk about that.
Yeah. Anyways, folks, I think that's it for the final house map prediction. This is it. This is the final stretch of this campaign.
Hopefully no breaking scandals come out for any of these races in the next few days.
Again, when I say 224, this is my map, but this doesn't mean this is like, okay, for sure this is what's going to be happening. I'm just saying that I expect Republicans to win roughly 224 House seats, with a margin of error of 10 seats.
No, if you're spot on in everything, but one margin is wrong, I'm going to call you a liar for the rest of eternity.
Good.
Rob.
But everyone, this was a fun election cycle to predict House elections. Tomorrow will be the Senate prediction map, and then Monday will be the presidential map prediction. This is it. This is the final stretch of this. It's just crazy to think that this election really started 2 years ago. Think about it. It started right after 22 when Trump announced, and it's been just a long, just grueling cycle. A lot of memes. I mean, Trump the past week went from working at McDonald's to be a garbage guy, but like.
Yeah, you see, in Joe Biden's America, an elderly man has to have 2 jobs just to make ends meet.
No, he has 3 jobs because he's a business owner, CEO. So
yeah, he's a CEO too. Like even the CEOs have to have 2 jobs.
Just endorsed Trump.
Who did?
Vince McMahon's wife.
That's not a surprise. The Republicans. K-Cup for 2. Anyone remember the fake Rex Tillerman account? Oh yeah, I saw that. But yeah, it's been a very fun cycle. We will be back tomorrow, and then Monday night will be the final presidential map prediction. I mean, this is just crazy to say that. I mean, we've been doing this for like how many months straight?
Several, more than one, like more than 3, I would say.
More than 3, more like a year.
Something like that. Also, before we go, do I buy Black Ops 6? Can we get a poll on that in the chat, please?
No, the game's garbage.
Yeah, can we get like a poll if I should get Black Ops 6?
Fine, I'll ask it.
It's $70. It's $70. I've heard it's quite good. I'm on PC, good sir.
Just get the Game Pass for PC. It's like $15
a month.
Yeah.
That sounds expensive. No thank you.
Yeah, but you owe the games, so.
Anyways.
Lord Rhino for 2. Can't wait for the 2026 streams. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I have plans after the election I cannot get into.
Do I even 2024 yet? People are already talking about
okay, I'll ask the question. Twitter, should Ye get Black Ops?
I see 3 no's and 2 yeses. This is already quite interesting.
Okay. But yeah, everyone, this is just crazy to think that we are 2 predictions away. We did the least important, which I think was a House. And now what are we doing?
When is the Senate, by the way?
Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. And the same thing Monday nights for president. And then election night 2024, which we'll get the stream up shortly after this stream. It's been a fun ride, everyone. Get out and vote. If you can, get out and vote early in person, vote by mail, however you can. Get your friends and family out to vote. I know we say this every year, but I do really believe this is the most important election of our lifetimes. I mean, is there a bigger election than this one? I mean, it's that serious.
This is the most important election of our lifetime, but not for the reason that Democrats are talking about.
Chat is like 50-50.
No, dude, the biggest election of our lifetime was the 2024 Texas precinct, Nacogdoches precinct 34 Republican chairman election.
This is so true.
That was the most important.
No more 12:30 streams. No more I can't really say anything, but...
Yeah. Also, Rap, before you
go... you should start streaming at 1 in the morning,
94 votes, 54% no, 45% yes. All right, the people have spoken.
Yeah,
I will
guys,
not purchase Black Ops 6.
we'll be back tomorrow and then Monday night for the final stretch. Listen, it's been a fun ride, everyone. This is just, I mean, it's just crazy to think that we're finally November. This is the final day of October, and it's just crazy to think how fast.
Think about it. We had the descent. We had DeSantis, we had Haley, we had Vivek, we had RFK, we had all these people. All of them went down to defeat. All of them are behind our guy now.
Yep.
It's insane looking
I
back.
find it
Except
funny,
Christie.
though. Well, Christie's... Yeah.
Never forget the Christie town halls.
No,
those
I'm
were
never doing that
amazing.
again.
I remember
I had to stop. I couldn't take it anymore. Because all he would do is show up, break a chair, and then talk for 20 minutes about the history
that poor chair. That poor chair.
I gotta make a t-shirt of that.
That shit fucking creaked, dude. That poor chair.
Yeah, I heard that. I literally heard that on stream, and everyone was like, "What the hell was that?"
That was his chair creaking under the massive icon of New Jersey politics.
All right, everyone.
Christopher Christie.
It was nice talking to everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed. This was a fun ride, and this is it. Guys, on Tuesday, we will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. But most importantly, we will make America great again. Get out and vote.
Don't let the schizzos take over the party. Vote Trump. Make sure that the schizzos don't take over.
Save America. Again, this is the most important election. I know that's a meme, but I really believe if you want a better America tomorrow, and in the next year, and the year after that, vote for Trump. But, all right, everybody. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's Senate prediction stream. God bless you all, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Godspeed.